Alright guys and gals, let's wrap up the Haunted Mansion by LEGO Creator. This is set number 31167, contains 736 pieces, retails for $89.99, and set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. So yes, that's what we're working on, and this is what we've done so far, which is pretty much the first floor and the porch and stuff. And yeah, this is a build that I want to get back into today, and today is the 21st of July 2025. It's a dreaded Monday, so I'm burned out, I'm tired. Let's get this going before I fix dinner. And so far I've been pretty pleased with the set. It's keeping my interest. It does come with a brick separator, no stickers. Yeah, so we're doing pretty good today. And yeah, let me go ahead and rustle up bag 5. Okay, let's begin. Let's build it. We're just going to jump right on in here, get this done. Right now I am processing, I can't mention, it's a set that, trying to think of the orders. Yeah, that one's later than this one, so I can't mention it. So I'm doing something new. And I'm still processing files for the Arctic laboratory truck. So right now I'm working on part 4 and 5 on that. So I got a lot of stuff going right now, and I'm slowly plowing through sets. I kid you not. There's just tons of LEGO sets to build, and not enough time to do them. So, it looks like today we're going to be focusing on the roof of this. We haven't even got to the second story yet. So that's where we're going to focus at right here today. And yeah, a brick separator and all that stuff. Only forgot to get this one unbagged. And pretty pleased with the build. I'm just burned out of sets. I got a couple of tutorials that I want to build. Stuff that I really want to get into, and that requires this workbench. Once I get to the other shop, I don't have to worry. I can just do all that. And yeah, so if you're looking for outside corners, there you go. Now you know how I get these things. But I'm pretty pleased with the set. The only thing we complained about the last installment was that it's rather on the small side, so I was expecting something a little larger than this. Pretty pleased overall. I think it's a 9.5 so far. But you know, it's a house build. It's something different. We haven't really done any houses on here. This kind of reminds me of the older creator sets. So if you have one of those older sets, this is essentially what it is. Or no, this goes here. So my goal is today is to finish this up and review this set and get it out of here. Literally just finish things up here. That's if I can find a 2x4 gray plate. Yeah, these colors are not too cheerful. They're not too cheerful, but it's a haunted house, you know. It's not like we're building some brightly colored Victorian mansion, although this one's got some good bases for it too. And once you're done with that, this goes back on the main model here, right here. And it looks like it just fits evenly on these corners, so you're going to have to line up all these joints here. Okay. So it just goes like this, with this even in the back. That's when I'm taking it, because it's flush here. So how am I going to do this? I'm just going to start wiggling things in until the studs start locking in. This is not going to be one that we can just easily do here. So like, you're going to have to line up everything, and don't just start pounding things down like this, because you may break something. I know I probably would. And I'm just going to close this. It's easy to move, and as you can see, yeah, that doesn't look too appealing there. It's not quite going down, so something in here is still not lined up. See, I'm buckling here, so something's not lined up here. This is not really a user-friendly build. tells me this wall in here. Yeah, you may have to wiggle the wall in here. There we go. Now it's starting to go together. And for those who think that, oh, I can't get it in, Jay, I'm doing something wrong. No, that's just, you got to line up everything. It's how it is. And now that looks pretty good. Okay, so we got that done. So now if it rains, we're at least a little protected. At least the porch is covered. Hey, at least I do these type of videos. I document it all. A lot don't do that. I do it just, you know, then sometimes I may want to come back and revisit a build here. Okay. I mean, how often do we work with roof slopes in modern sets? Like for an actual roof, not a whole lot. There we go. And that takes care of a portion of the roof. Okay, now it looks like we're turning our attention to maybe a portion of a second story. So far I'm pleased. Things are starting to get a little flaky in the build quality, so yeah, that's it's, you know, getting kind of flaky here. Now I wish this one was modular. We've already decided that it wasn't. So alright, there's a telephone base in here. Okay, it goes like that. Goes right in the center. Yeah, somebody kept me up last night, so we're without internet here for a bit. Well, back here it has internet. My mom's iPad has internet. It's in her computer. I'm like, I didn't know I had to remind somebody to keep it quiet because everybody's asleep. So I guess younger kids today, their memory's not that good as an older person's. So you got me, folks. I don't get it sometimes. I bet these are in good shape. Keep pulling these out here. So I'm just going to break this thing down. Oh, I can't even pick this glass up off the workbench. Hey, now I see why a lot of you guys have those grotesquely long fingernails. Is you can't pick this stuff up like... I'm just an average dude. I cut those long things off. It's too long. Like this one's getting long. I got to cut it off. Okay, it looks like we're building some kind of a keyboard, maybe? Could be an organ. Don't know yet. Oops, that doesn't go that way. Well, at least the set's kind enough. It comes with the brick separator, so I'm very pleased with that. I think if you get this, you're going to have a lot of fun. It's not, I'm not bored with it, you know, if it's got dull colors. I'm not going to lie there to you. But at least it's something. But I really want to get back into my own mock building. Alright. It looks like we got to put ourselves the things for the organ. So, I mean, you could make this bigger, obviously. Make a better organ than this. Sure you could. Okay. Alright, and then after that, we put the roof slopes here. Oh, wait, before we do, I'm going to skip the whole step here. Well, not it skipped a step, I almost just skipped a part of it. I got to find some 1x2 bricks. So palisade bricks. Where do those go? There they go. They go right back in here like that. Don't forget those like I did, and then you put the window parts in here, or the steps, or the slopes, whatever. You can tell my mind is kind of fried today after work. Now it's just all about working on that over there, which is editing reviews. I hate editing reviews and tutorials. Tutorials are not too bad to edit because I already know the build. They're more aggressively edited in the reviews, but still. For the longest time, they did not have sand green of this brick, and I'm glad now they do. And then now we're going to work on some candlestick holders. I mean, that doesn't go in it. It looks good though, but we just got to make 2 of these. Hey, I mean, at least we're doing something constructive, huh? I mean, it could be worse. Could be worse. So I got to finish up bags 5 and 6 in this installment, and then that's it. And I was really hoping this one really would have been modular. But, well, no, it's not, sadly. Yeah, not modular. And I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Now, let's get back into here. Okay. And put up it. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is kind of just, I'm going to say build quality is average. I'm getting things just wiggling apart here. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a odd color to throw in here. Okay. Yeah, videos are still going. I have so many videos right now, and if you get that Arctic truck, that one was pretty fun to put together. Now, some people have said, well, Jay, I go to the store and it's named differently. Yeah, because the sets I get are from Europe, and they got slightly different names than the ones here we have in the States. So I try to use both names as much as I can, but I read the info off the box. So you get your profile bricks like that, they work good for siding. And then this goes right in here. Okay. I mean, really, you come in here and clean this up, make these white, maybe make these like, if you can get like cool yellow. You don't even need the siding bricks at all. This would still make a wonderful little Victorian. But I would keep it fixed. I would not have it hinged. And just make a clamshell and just make it more like a dollhouse type thing instead of this. And yeah, after that, it goes back on the model here. You know what I can do is I'm going to raise this up just a hair. All right, and it goes right in this area right here. Now, just like with the previous part, we're going to have to wiggle and jiggle. So I'm just going to kind of bring these in a little bit here. Like that. Yeah, this is, I'm going to say build quality on this is kind of mediocre more and more. what I mean by build quality is it strong? Is it easy to assemble? And you can see where I'm constantly just wiggling things in. Is this going in all the way? We don't know. Let's take a look here. No, it's not. That tells me we're going to have to wiggle a bunch of stuff in. And you got to be very careful with this caving in. I know someone's going to say, you know, Jay, I'm having a hard time. Well, yeah, I am too. It's not an easy one to push because everything is so loose. See this? It's loose up here. I've almost got it down all the way on there. So I'm just going to put my fingers right here, one on the seat here, and this. I'm just going to kind of just push it down slowly. And then hopefully we got that in there. It looks like it's pretty good. Hold on, something flew off. I'm going to say build quality on this is just, well, better terms. Just, I think they were trying to make this one frilly than strong. I would have put those on last. But there we go so far. And that takes care of that right there. And then now it looks like we're focusing our attention here, finishing up this portion of the wall. I mean, it's not a bad set. It's just, you're putting this one, for a 9-year-old, I mean, I would get frustrated at this point because it's going to fall apart. With an adult putting this together, yeah, this is not going to be a really strong sound build to assemble. I don't know what the final product's going to be, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm kind of more or less kind of just like, okay, why are we building like this? This is not something I would normally do. They're using this stuff to look like siding, which is cool. It doesn't come in a whole lot of sizes, so that's why I never really use it. Unless you're putting columns or something to hide these corners here. But, I mean, it's a nice build for what it is. Just, build quality's not all that good. Just make sure all your profile bricks are facing like that on the outside of the house. Because we're doing this over here too. Alright. So yeah, you're gonna have to really hold your breath on this one here, putting this together. Okay, I've never seen these in this color, so there we go. I could use those for vehicles. Jay, you're going to park that out? Yep, you betcha I will. Oh, and I put my profile brick in the wrong way. Let's make sure, because I don't want to have to do this twice. I know I have enough memory card on here to do other things. And of course my voice is starting to crack again. Go figure there. Okay. Making sure you can still see what I'm doing here. I try to make these builds where you can see what I'm doing. It's like I said, notice more people are using these as tutorials, which that's not what they're for, but we got to make 2 of these. So I may end up making mistakes here and there. Now, I don't see another hinge, so I have a feeling we're going to put it... Oh, there's one. So I bet this hinge is going to go right there. Yep. So we got our windows in. What's next? Okay, the hinge does go in next. They show it like this. And this is the best way. Just bend this and put this on here. So at least it's really meant to open up. Don't quite understand it, but of course we're not done yet, so we don't know what exactly it's going to look like. We may have filler pieces. We don't know. Oh, wait a minute, that doesn't go there. My bad. It goes on that side. And these 2 things, they go here side by side. The only thing I think I built with sand green was the 1950s house. And I also built that park restroom in this color. So it's a nice, sand green is just cool to play around with. It really is. Alright, and this goes here. You still see what I'm doing? Yeah, kind of. Make sure you see everything though. Okay. Yep, it's a brittle Brenda today. I think we're going to ding this one down to probably just a flat 9 just because of build quality at this point. Very seldom do you ever hear me saying I'm dinging it for build quality, but this one here is not an exception. And I have this brick here. But I don't have any small ones. Did I make a mistake, or did they just pack the wrong part in there? Now, if they did that, and I have to get up and get my own collection, yeah, it's not good. Let me make sure here real quick. We were just focusing here. Yeah, there's only singles in here. I'm looking at 1x4s. Yeah. Let me check the bags. Are we just packing me wrong parts? Or oh, no, the bag was hogging it up. That's why I don't keep the waste paper basket by the workbench. Ooh, almost blamed somebody there for that, but I didn't. I caught myself. Lego does have a house that's kind of similar to this that they made probably in the mid-2000s. It's just red and white. Kind of similar to this one. It's what it's reminding me of. I really want to get into building the vintage stuff for you guys. The old school creator sets. Because there were houses like this. They literally were. May have to go up a little higher here. There we go. Really raising the bar on this one. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay. Back, and now we got to get some palisade bricks. Put these here. And next. So all this loose stuff here is very loose at the top here. Okay, this is all very loose. And don't forget this, I have an arrow that points to that. Alright, so we got that in there. Alright. Yeah, just imagine it's a cold, foggy, rainy day and we're building this stuff in the house and it's October. Hey, it's raining some places right now, not where I'm at, but it's raining. At least you can build this while it's raining outside and just pretend it's wintertime. It's hard to pretend when it's wintertime and I walk outside, it's like, well, now we're in the low 90s. So we don't know what's going on with the weather here. And in addition to being in the low 90s, it's sunny and it's dry. Put this here, so I don't know what we're doing here. Alright. This piece is just tacked in here, but it feels like it's ready to fall off. Still got a hole up here, the rain's going to fall in. Are we just going to leave that open, Lego? Okay, so this fence is facing inwards, and this one's going to be facing outwards. I would have just stuck a regular slope in there, but there's probably more to it than that. And I got a bunch of tiles. I don't know where those go. Oh, we haven't gotten that far yet. And a root piece. Okay. So this installment might be an hour. I'm not sure, because it's going to be one of those sets here. At the last few bags, we're just messing with the most smallest possible parts. And yeah, now you got to put all the boarded windows up on here. So let's put this here. Like that. Just tacks in place. We got this root here we got to put in, and not a square root. Maybe it's the square root of... Yeah, somebody give me the square root of 2. There we go. Square roots. There we go. We got a root in there. And then we got to put some more boards here. So basically these little boards are just, you know, decorations. Like I said, if you wanted to make this into a regular house, just take off the boards. And I'm happy to say that these are printed. There's no stickers, even better. Okay. And that's it for bag 5, with just a handful of pieces remaining. And so far it looks pretty good. And yeah, I mean, so far the inside looks pretty good, but I don't know, I just think the build quality in this is just kind of subpar. But yeah, it closes up on itself. And yeah, it doesn't look too appealing when it's folded up. Okay, now we're going to wrap up with bag 6. And it's like another 30 minutes here. Depends on how many small bags we got in there. And 2 small bags and a lot of medium pieces. So we'll be here for a while. Okay. My dream is to always live in an old farmhouse. 2-story farmhouse with a wraparound porch that I could sit outside and do Lego sets and live stream and stuff. And out here in the West Coast, farmhouses are far and few. Either something bad has happened bad to them, or the developers buy them up, bulldoze them down, and they build cookie cutters. You know, just regular neighborhood houses. So, you know, good luck finding one. There used to be one not too far from here, and they bought it out and flattened it down and put in a neighborhood market. It's like it had a big, beautiful oak tree and stuff, and they were seeing if you know, anybody would wanted to buy it. And it had a lot of work, lots of work needed to be done. And I put a bid on it a long time ago, but I got outbidded by a developer that bulldozed it. So that was that. So I didn't get my Victorian. But you know, Victorians are always kind of cool. There was one that they ended up putting in a museum, so they dismantled the house and moved it. And that house was this color. It was a Victorian. I would have loved to have. So I walked through it at the museum, and it's not too bad of a house. You know, it was at the turn of the century where they were just starting to put indoor plumbing. So, you know, that kind of thing. And I thought, oh, I'd love to have that place, but it was, you know, it was going for a few million, and it was not something I could easily obtain. So if you find a farmhouse out here, good luck. They're not hard. They're not easy to find in the West Coast. Back east, I'm sure they just grow them. Out here, they're not so common. You could find a house that's stucco that's modern. And of course, there's some new farmhouses that they make them look like old ones. But they're if you could find a builder that will put one together for you, they're pretty pricey. I knew somebody that had one built and it costs a few million, and I thought, well, that's a few million more than I have, so would have been cool though. Well, obviously something's going to be moving here. We got some of these, what I call children's Technic gears. So I don't know. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a Victorian with a wraparound porch. The only problem though is those houses back then were made out of real wood siding, and yeah, those are not too friendly when you have to scrape the paint off to repaint. Out here everything's stucco. That's all, the paint's mixed in with the stucco. So you don't have to worry about repainting as much. If you do paint, just paint it the same color and not have to worry. It looks like we're so we're working on the right hand side of this pretty much. I got to make 2 of these windows. So what I'm going to do is just do them down here and just do sections very slowly. So this might be an hour-and-a-half installment. The problem is I don't have a lot of memory card space. This glass here has probably got one little pit in it. Yeah, I was really hoping though this set would be a little bit bigger than this. But unfortunately it's not, and it would have been nice if it was. Whoops. So we got to make 2 of these. And yeah, I'm trying to get everything set from my mom with all that stuff right now. That's kind of taking a lot of my free time right now. So I don't have a lot of free time to do anything. Alright, usually Victorians have bigger windows than this. Oh no, that's a modern house. Did I get my profile bricks the right way? Yes, I did. Alright. So I think the whole intent of the single groove on one side is for that purpose. If you want to have brick or you want to have siding. Looks like it goes here. Probably going to be a hinge on top. That's exactly what it is. Got another hinge here, but I always bend it just to make sure that I can see the joint and know where to put it at exactly. Come on, hinge it up. It's not going in. Yeah, you're messing with a lot of wiggly parts here until the very end. This thing is, I have a feeling if you drop this, this would just shatter. Like literally just fall apart. And now we got to put some slopes here. I mean, does it feel solid when I'm messing around with it? Yes, but when you're building it, it just feels very flimsy. And when I do the whole build on this thing, the walkthrough, I will mention that. I'm not going to sugarcoat. Oh, and by the way, for the viewer who said I need to be more friendly on the reviews, this is probably not the channel for you. You know? I call them as I see them, and this one looked interesting on the box, but build quality is kind of on the back burner with this one here. Okay, I don't know what we're building here. We'll get to it in a second. I'll show you what it is, but we'll leave it as a mystery item because even I don't know. Well, first I got to find a nose cone. Yeah, this is not really an exciting color palette, is it? It's all black now. This is going to be really fun. Alright, what I'm going to do here, let me start sorting parts because I can't find anything. Well, I don't have that in black. That'd be kind of cool. Looking for a nose cone. Oh, wait a minute. It's the problem about being partially colorblind, I guess. It's just you can't find certain colors. It's brown, actually. And then you got to put another one on there. Why don't you tell me to put 2 on there? Would have been better. I got to go hunt for that again now. This room was really cool until I started, because right now I'm processing on 2 computers. And with it being hot and toasty here, it's just because of that. I'm running a bunch of LED lights. Even though those things are cool, they're not cool enough. Yeah, we'll be here for a while. Maybe I should split this thing up into another build installment, because right now I have 37 minutes left on this memory card. And I thought, oh yeah, an hour and a half is going to be enough, right? No, it's not. It's not going to be enough here. Oh, we got some kind of hidden gem here. Maybe it's a jewelry box. So you have that. We haven't done any more minifigures, so I think that's it for minifigures with this set. But if I run out of memory cards, that's it. I'll have to really go in and start scrounging and piecing things together at this point. I think now I'm starting to get a little tired, just because now we're messing with almost the same color, just sorting all the black pieces out and the sand greens and stuff. Like here's the corners. I need these things in red. So yeah, I'm trying to find that snot brick. Oh, this brings back a story here. I had a bricklink seller call me stupid because he said that these are very rare and I didn't know the value of a part. I don't know, dude, because I know sometimes you snoop on my channel. I have plenty of these inverted outside corner slopes. So if you think they're rare, you may want to think again. I literally had somebody call me stupid. It was on an Instagram post that this guy didn't even post on. Because this guy made a post that says, are these things even rare? I really don't see them very often. And I commented, said, oh, they're not that valuable. I have a bunch of them. I said, so they're pretty common. And then this guy, this bricklink seller, big bricklink seller, calmed in and called me literally stupid. But then I found out his post was removed. So I don't know if the somebody had removed it or not. So I don't know. And yeah, so some people get a little aggressive. So, and you know what the sad thing about it is, I bought from this guy. I bought from his store. So now when one of my buddies mentions his name, I said, oh, be careful. He calls you stupid. I wouldn't buy from him. So I kind of hinder his sales up just a little bit. Okay, I'm still trying to find this. So, I mean, I don't get why some people just take this stuff so seriously. I don't get it, to be honest. So, I mean, it was one of those bricklink sellers that just, they overprice their parts so they can have the biggest store on bricklink. And I remember one time I was going to do a live stream for this Lego show thing. They go, oh, you got to have everybody on here. And they mentioned this guy's name, and I backed out of that real quick. I said, no way, I don't like that guy. I don't want him on my channel. And they said, well, if he doesn't go, you can't host it. I said, I don't care. But their live streaming show went south. Maybe that's a ghost. I think that's what it is, but ooh, let me take a look. Are we missing something on the face? No? So yeah, this might be one of those sets where the last bags are just literally going to take a long time to put together here. And I cannot even get that in here. You got to have really small hands. And of course there's another part to it. But I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Now where do we leave off at? Okay. Yeah, so sometimes I'll miscalculate a set thinking, oh, we're breezing through. This shouldn't take too long. And then, yeah, now we're overflowing onto videos. I run out of space. I'm going to have to really... I don't even have any more memory cards, and I don't want to have to drive into town because you're talking about 45 minutes, go get a memory card, come back, it takes another 45 minutes. And by the time I get down there, they're almost close to closing time. So yeah, I don't have a way to go get cards that easily. I know some of these guys, they live right next to all these stores. I don't. Okay, and that goes like that. And then this goes in here with, looks like a cog or a sprocket, like that. And that goes right here, like this. So this is meant to turn that, but it's not even doing anything. There we go. So you can just make the ghost turn. Okay, so now we got that working. If yours hangs up, just have to move this thing around manually a little bit. So see, sometimes even I misjudge a build. I don't know. I have no clue at all. And, you know, when I do these, I don't give a warranty or guarantee that everything's going to turn out right. Because these are just, that's just it. These are just my review notes, nothing more. Okay. And then after that, we start piecing bricks up on the top here. We're getting to the point where it's just mostly black parts. So I have a feeling that we're going to be starting to build the roof here real soon. But this is just very wiggly. It's when I get to the review, it will not be... let me just put it this way for those who are looking for a fully family-friendly sugar-coated review. This one here is probably going to get a very bad score on build quality. So if you're looking for positive, you may want to find another guy to watch. But this is, so far, it's just, it's really bad. It's really bad. Okay, it looks like now we're building a dresser. So yeah, if you drop this, this thing's going to shatter. I think what I'm going to do when I do the tour, I'm just going to put it on the turntable. And it'd just be a lot easier to do that. There will be a close-up tour. I'm not going to worry about the minifigures. I'm just going to have them sitting in front, and we'll just do a close-up with those. And then that would be it. I don't want to, you know, make this into a 4 or 5 hour review. All right. I mean, there's still a lot of parts left. And I only got 30 minutes left on my memory card. I don't even know if I'm going to get this one done or not. Hopefully there's enough to at least do the review on it, and then I can get it completed here. Plus I got to keep checking the viewfinder so you can see what I'm doing here. And we got another window to make. I think that might be the last window. That's it. Even my houses that I build don't have this many small parts. That's the only problem with the higher detail builds you get, the more flimsy they are. Lego, you got to make a 1x1 profile brick. That'd be kind of cool. Or a 1x1 palisade brick would even be better. But will you do it? No. In fact, guys, watching some news clips of the Palisades fire, the Pacific Palisades fire. I was like, wow, it's been like a few months later. And some people are just doing tours over there now. Anybody remembers the Paradise fire up in Northern California? Yeah. Very scary stuff. Very scary. Okay, now hopefully this is going to strengthen this up, so just put that in there and start wiggling things in. That's the only thing I can say, is just start wiggling things. See how it's crunching? Very poor quality build here. Very poor quality. Does the ghost still work? Yep. So I guess you go in or you can spook the ghost. And well, I guess that's one way how to round that corner off. Okay. Well, we're getting a little stronger here, but things are just... Yeah, this is not meant for 9-year-olds. This is just... it's very brittle until you get to the final part. And even so, it just... it just feels like this thing is very flimsy at this point. We built the beginning of it. Didn't seem too bad, but man, this is just getting just worse and worse now. For what I thought would be a fun build, but a lot of medium to small pieces here at the very end. I'm looking for a slope, but I can't find. There's just too many of these pieces in here. Let's start sorting some of this stuff out now. Got wall panels. Okay, there it is. See, I just want to do this in 3 build installments. So if it gets long, it gets long. I can't stop that. Lego, we could have put this in long before that. Now we're putting it there. Well, at least we're working back over here now. Alright. Yeah, I remember the older creator sets were built like tanks. This one here's built anything but like that. Yeah, it looks cool though when it's folded out, but yeah. Okay, now it looks like we're doing the top roof that goes onto here. So let's get going. This one looks like this is going to be pretty beefy. Let's start trying to find our corners and stuff and piece this thing together. Like that. Okay. I mean, overall, it's a pretty interesting build, but I'm going to say build quality is pretty poor. But I won't really know until after I'm done building it before I can give it a final score. Right now, I'm leaning more towards maybe a 7.5 to an 8, just because of build quality. For those who think I pass sets all the time, I'm looking at build quality. And when you have to start wiggling parts to make them line up, it's kind of like, it's more like a witch's hat. Alright, put that on the top there. So for those who don't know, that's what that piece is for these type of roofs. And we got to put some bat on a belfry here or something. The bat's in the belfry. It's the bat on the top here. Like that. Okay. And it goes right up here. Alright, let's bend this thing like this. Can you see what I'm doing? Does that fit flush? It has 4 bricks here. Yeah, so it fits right up against her. Okay, once you put that on, and that wasn't too bad, but you may want to wiggle some... Oh, I forgot. What happened here? Did I forget a piece? Oh, yes, I did. Let me put that in there. Means I got to pop this off here. Now, how much is that going to disintegrate? Yeah, it's starting to fall apart. Yeah, this is very just wiggly. This should have been rated for more of a teenager than for a child. If you're a kid wanting this, yeah, it's just take your time. Just if something starts coming apart, just back away from it. Don't do what I'm doing and sit here and do it all in one sitting. There we go. Okay. After we get that done, then we got to put the slopes around the windows here. Like we just got to put 2 of those in there. Well, I got to find the other one now. There it is. Yeah, we're going to give this booger a 7.5. Lego, this is really just, I'm going to keep it family friendly. This is just Smurf core, or Smurf pour. This is very bad. The beginning started out pretty good, but it's just falling apart. Hey, at least I don't sugarcoat these folks. You know, I always get, you know, some of my viewers, Jay, you build your houses so good. You know, these things are built kind of plain, though, in a way. Because I try to avoid as many small pieces as I can just because of that purpose. And if I do, I try to make panels. So you set a whole complete unit in and you don't have to worry about it falling apart. Here we're just literally just piecing stuff together. I really want to see what it looks like as a final build, but right now it's just, are we even going to make it that far without it falling apart anymore? The first floor seemed okay. We only had like 1 crumble, but now it's just lining everything up. Okay, and then now we got to put these here. Just be careful. Hold. If you need another set of hands, you may want to get another set of hands. Get an octopus to help you, because, or a squid or something that's got a lot of tentacles to hold parts up while you're building this. Okay. And then after that, we fill in the corners here. We're almost done here with the filming. Usually the close-up tours take the most time. I have plenty of camera space on that old camera that I use for the close-ups. Right. Now we're going to focus on the top. And yeah, the way it's facing is how the book's got it faced too, so these are nice. I just need these in red for a project, and I do not have them in red. I wish this had a red roof. But of course, if you get a copy of this, you can change it to whatever color you want. So it looks like now we're putting these here. Now this might be a sturdy build, but I'm just going to, like when it's done, but I'm just going to be honest when I do the review. This is not recommended really for 9-year-olds. I think that's what the box said. Yes, it is. Unless that 9-year-old is very well disciplined and just takes his or her time. I'm on a deadline, so I can't just sit on it. We're crowning off the top here. I mean, we're almost done with the roof. There's not a whole lot of parts left here. We are almost done with it. This is it. Okay, let me bring this up a little bit here. Because now we're adding the stuff on the top here to strengthen all these up. I know they make a frame piece for that. I think. Oh, that's a 6x8. Okay, and put your fences here. I wonder how bad the alternative models are going to be. We'll find out eventually, huh? We'll get to those. And then these go here. So this must be like the chimney. And literally you can stick your finger all the way down through the bottom. So if the vampire, the werewolf is vaping in there, it has a place to go. And that's it for the build, with only just a handful of pieces remaining there. Not too bad at all, huh? Okay, now we're going to start setting up. And it does tell you right here that you can close this up. And let's see here. Okay, so it does show that the ghost pierced through the window. We'll take a look at that. And this one here does something. Oh, for the clock. Alright, we'll do that all in the close-up shots. Alright, so I think the best thing to do with this one here is to put it on a turntable before we even think about playing with it at this point. So I can get it set up, do the review, do this 360 spin, and yeah. Alright, so this is the setting up portion that most people leave out of their reviews. And let's bring the camera down to more of a respectable viewpoint here. And I may have to drop this down one notch. So you know what that means. Got to bounce the camera around a few times. Let's hope nothing falls and breaks. You can take a closer look at all the food in there, huh? Alright. Because now we got more of a dead-on view of the house. And just by looking at it, though, it's not bad for what it is. It's just flimsy. It's very flimsy, and I need to back this up a bit more. This is like another one of those big tower builds. We've been overdue for a good house build in a while, but I'd say the build quality on this one is just not anything but good. And let's see here. So let's run through it here real quick. This is setting up. When I do the 360 spin, I'm just going to leave it open. But I think, let's close it up here and see, since it's just dying to close here. Okay. I mean, that side doesn't look too bad. It looks like a complete house, but look at that. That's just... I mean, this would be okay here, but... You know, if this was filled in, I'd say yes, but... This, what does that equal to? Like 2 rooms of my houses? So this is more of a... You just keep it open. Or that would even be fine like that too, huh? But if you have it opened up all the way, it looks good. So I would say, is it a complete model? Not really. So let's back this up. Get it back into the center here. We need to set everything up for the review here. Looks like it's in the center. Yep. And there's the interior. So here's this goes. You push this knob right here. It's a little clunky, but we'll leave it like that. So you can go in there and he'll just creep around, stare you down. Not a whole lot of floor space for here, but I think honestly someone's going to have a lot of fun. Here's this. This makes the clock thing go all spinny around, so you can freak out the people who are trespassing. And yeah, it's not bad at all. And you got your figures and stuff. We'll set them there. We got Miss Vampire. Vampirette, the werewolf, and the ghost with the lantern like he needs it anyways. Or not the ghost, that thing. We are missing the ghost though. Where did he go? So there's more minifigures than I thought, but I think there's something like this. You know what? I may be inclined to, you know what? I am missing the ghost. Oh, there he is. I may be inclined to just do a close-up on the figures on this one here. When I do the close-up tour. And just to kind of keep the video short. And then you got the entry gate here with the padlock. Okay, so let me get back further here on this. But I mean, it's not a bad set. It's just it's okay now building it. I was getting excited about it, but now it's, well, this piece is coming apart. Maybe we need to leave it crooked. Yeah, this one doesn't. Like I said, it looks cool. Just, and this gate thing here just kind of just sits here. So that's just kind of like a little accessory, I guess you could put in the front here. It's up to you, the builder, to add more to it. So it's missing some stuff here. It looks good on the front, but you don't want to fold this up. But we'll save that for the 360 spin. But for me, honestly, it's an okay set. And for my score, I'm going to say 7.5. Just due to build quality. It's a very flimsy build. It looks good. This is a good inspiration, but I think it's just that. It's enough to get you started. And I think we're ready to go here. So I think before I really get into this one, I need to take a thumbnail of it just like that. I think that's really going to be good. Or I'll do the thumbnail after this last and put this gate here on this side. So I have a place to type over there and stage it up differently because I got to have it on a turntable. I'm no way I'm going to be able to move this thing around. So yeah, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to do this. You know what I can do? I'm running out of space on this card. I may have to do the minifigures separate. If I do the minifigures and the gate separate, or just kind of keep the gate with it, and then I could just focus on the house. I think that's what I'm going to do here. It's more videos to film, but yeah, because I'll have to move everything, and I want to have to keep moving things a million times. It's another messy video that I have to film, you know, the way I do things. But I mean, yeah, let's just do that. So I'm going to start filming the review portion, but for you guys and gals, yeah, let's take a closer look at the minifigures. Let's start with the minifigures. So obviously we have ourselves a skeleton with a lantern. I don't know why he needs a lantern for, but that's what he is right there. And then we have a ghost. Now he does glow in the dark. He's also outfitted with the hole in the top of his head, so if you want you could put a hair ribbon on him or something. Of course, this is what it looks like in the back. Not too shabby. Then we have the werewolf with the bone. Now that's not Marowak, that's a werewolf. I like the print work for the torso, and here's the back. It's like he needs a haircut. That's where the wolf cut came from, huh? Then we have the zombie, or Frankenstein if you want to call him that. And those are two pieces for his head, so it's actually, that's a wig. And nice print work for him. He'd be good for like some old school Frankenstein videos. And finally we have Miss Vampire, that's what I'm going to call her. Or if you want, call her Elvira. Tells you how old I am. And that's pretty much what she is. I thought her head glowed in the dark, but I don't think it does. And honestly, though, they're a nice set of minifigures for the Haunted Mansion. Well, let's head over there now. Here is the Haunted Mansion. It's packed with some pretty interesting details. So right here we got ourselves a little graveyard in the front by the porch. Here's your front entryway into the house. And we got some creepy dead tree there. Boards on the windows. I like the style of the roof. I've used this method a few times in some of my builds. We got a bat on the top and such. And right here we got a knob. We'll show you what that does in a bit. And here's the other side. As you can see, there's a ghost peeking through the window there. Well, how did he get there? Well, there's another knob that controls just that. Now here's the interior, and yes, that's all the interior you get. But it is a playable model. You do have some floor space, not a whole lot, but it does come with a little clock here. We'll take a closer look at everything in a bit, but that's what this knob does. It makes this move. And this knob over here, you got a little gem here, and you rotate this, and the ghost does come out. So it feels rather stiff and clunky. It feels like this thing's ready to break apart, so I don't know what that is all about. These candlestick holders are pretty cool, but those could fall out very easily. If you're looking for a very heavily furnished house, this is not it. But these two pictures here are printed, which is really cool. What does the set look like folded up? Now it does fold up fairly easily. You just push these together like this. It does lock in place down here. This side doesn't look too bad, or these other two sides. But when we come to the front part of the house, Yeah, it just doesn't look all that appealing. You know, first off, we got a spot here. I could live with that, but right here, it looks like we're missing something. If Lego had figured out a way to make this filled in while it was folded up, this would have been a nice city drop-in set. But sadly, it's left like that. So no way to fill it in is you have to do this. And it's pretty flat on this side here, so really if you wanted to, you could buy another set and just fill in the back part of the house. But I have a feeling this is going to be a nice base for builders, including myself, maybe just want to come in here and build this into more of a full complete model. And for the most part, it is very interesting to look at. It does look like a haunted house, just a bit on the stripped side in terms of quality. And yeah, it's just some parts of this looks incomplete. Well, let's take a closer look. Here we have the entry gate into the Haunted Mansion, and this does open up. We got a nice chain with a lock, but that doesn't help too much. So it doesn't keep the trespassers out. And this thing here feels a bit flimsy. That's all it is, just a little entry gate. Not really much to see with that. But we're here to see the house, not the gate. So here's a better look at that creepy tree. Not a bad idea for a tree. We just got to put some more branches on it and make it look cool. And here we got the front entry into the house. This does open up here. At least you can go inside. We'll go inside that in a bit. Here we got a little graveyard. And we got the railing. These are kind of just... I understand what Lego was doing here, but they should have put some plates on. These are kind of flimsy. And here's the second part. And yeah, those pieces are printed, which is really good. So you don't have to put any stickers on this model. Got a bat up there. It has a lot of detail for what it is. Here's the side over here. This controls that little clock. Not much to see there. And yeah, some places on this looks rather incomplete. Here's the other side. This one controls the ghost. So as you can see right here, you can have him go away. So it's kind of blacked out until you do this and he kind of peers through the window. Kind of creepy, huh? Alright, so here's the interior. Let's start on the first floor. And yeah, here's a close-up of these pictures here. Those are nice printed pieces. Those are keepers. And then here's this clock. First I'm going to do this. It just does this. Not too bad. And over here we got some hats and stuff, but that's pretty much the only furnishing you get down here. A little area in here. And if you got smaller hands, you can reach in there, but for adult hands it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Here's the second floor. Like I said, it's just doesn't have really any furnishings, but you do have an organ up here and some candlesticks. Got a chest of drawers and looks like a gym. This is the thing, so you can go in and steal the gem and the ghost will guard it and come after you. But this just feels kind of jerky, very sloppy. It just feels like that wasn't thought out very well. And here's the top portion. Yes, there you can see down in there. And overall it's not bad, but this is a better close-up of what this looks like when it's folded up. And it does lock in place, but it's not really quite finished off. Back here it looks pretty good, even with the roof. It looks finished until you get about to here. And yeah, that's not much of a mansion, is it? But this right here just looks like something's just taken a bite out of that. It just doesn't look all that appealing. And the same thing here. Although you could just leave this part here closed. This would be fine. I'm happy with this. it just doesn't look all that impressive once we built this set. I was really hoping for a bit more of a larger model than this, and if you only have one person helping you with the filming, which is myself, it's hard to open these up. But honestly though, when the model's folded out, that's what it looks like. You'd have to get another set in order to make a full complete house. I was really hoping this one would be more complete. But honestly though, this is a good start for any of us who are interested in building vintage Victorian homes. But if I were to rebuild this and make it into more of a playable model, it would not break apart like that. I would probably just keep it like this and really expand on it. But of course I would be using more cheerful colors. But overall though, I'm pretty pleased with this set. Here are my thoughts. Starting the review with build quality, and this set is lacking just that. When I started building the set, it wasn't too bad, especially with the house. But when you get to about building the porch and putting the roof on, you got to line up a lot of these pieces. And the further you go up, the more brittle it gets until you finally put these top pieces on. So if you're looking for a very stable build, this one is not it. It looks good. It just feels kind of flimsy. It just feels like a bunch of air. When you notice when we took the tour, it just seems like a lot of pieces feel like they were left out. So this one's not really that durable, just being honest. Now for play value, there's plenty of things to do here. You know, you got the working clock, you got the little ghost that goes in the window here, and you can play in this model. It's open for play. You can, even for adult hands, you can go and remove minifigures around. It's pretty cool. So play value is there. My build experience was pretty good with this set towards the end. When we started getting to mostly black parts, it just started feeling kind of gloomy at that point. I mean, it's a haunted mansion, but still, you know, this one here is lacking a little bit of colors. It's not that bright of a build, but for me, it kept my interest. We haven't done a house build in a while, so it was something pretty interesting to build. As far as for city drop-in value, if you notice, when we bend some of this here, this is left open. So even though if you can fold this up and make it into a complete build, it's still not quite complete. As well as with the gate, you'd have to provide the fencing for that. So I would say it's probably a bust for city drop-in value unless you leave it like this, or you buy another model and you put it behind, make a mirror version of it and just kind of put them together. So if you bought two of these, you can put two together, and I'm sure it's pretty flat in the back, so you could probably put two of these and make a whole complete model, and it would be pretty Lego City acceptable. Of course, you can use your pieces to make other creations, or you can make the other alternative models too. We'll have to explore those in a later video. So I'd say city drop-in value on this one would be a bust, but it's got a nice set of parts to build other creations. And there's no stickers to fuss with. It does come with the Brick Separator, which is really good. Printed building guide, all that stuff. So that's even better. And these are all printed, which is really cool. Now, sadly, my score on this set is going to be a 7.5 out of 10, just due to build quality. If you're looking for a very strong sound build, this one is not it. And the set is recommended for ages 9 years of age and up. Yeah, if you're a really well-disciplined 9-year-old, I'm sure this is going to be a fun one. Just take your time, because honestly, some of these pieces you have to line up, or things can cave in. Yeah, this is something you have to work very slow on. This is not something you can build up real quick. But overall, though, it is a nice build to build and even put display, especially for Halloween. This is going to be a really nice, good Halloween decoration. But as far as for durability, it's not. Portability, I mean, some of these pieces just feel like they're tacked in. I would say just build it on something flat, you'd be fine. But you do get a nice set of minifigures with this set. And honestly, though, it looks nice when it's done, but not quite what I was expecting. This is rather on the small side. But tell me what you think.